Welcome back to Tunic. I'm Akinar, and this is episode 10, where last time we descended into the Frog's domain, and we got our hands on our own set of tentacles. A magic orb is now in our possession, and it allowed us to reach this place, the library, and the top of the world, more or less. It's definitely the top of our world as of right now. And he's still here. We faced off against the librarian, and he's still hanging out here. I'm a little surprised that the corpse remains. The corpse has not left. Is that important at all, I wonder? Because the siege engine didn't do that. The siege engine was gone. So I don't know if that's important or not. We already tried praying a couple different times at the librarian's left behind body, and to no effect. But yeah, we now have our second key. The green key has been acquired, and we, of course, with this new ability, the power of tentacles, we can reach some new places that we have not been able to before. We just need to find those places. So the first thing we'll do here is our business with the green key. Let's put that into its slot in the sealed temple. And then we will see about doing some backtracking, which I think is exactly what I want to be doing, to try and at least go back to the places that come to mind, places that we could utilize our new magic orb. Because there's at least a few. There's even one right next to the temple here that I can think of. That just came to mind. I had been thinking about some of the places off camera that I wanted to go, but then I just remembered one that I hadn't thought of. I think it's this one, right? Green. Green be gone. It is just ridiculously... The animations and sound effects are so ridiculously well done. Only blue remains. Where are we gonna find this? Probably in the quarry, if I had to guess. That feels like the one major zone that we have yet to explore. But there is the mountain door. And there could potentially be some other areas connected to, I don't know, various other... Well, who knows what this magic orb is going to allow us. I need to target. Who knows what this thing is going to allow us in terms of reaching new places. That's what we need to find out here. But this was the chest that I just remembered. Oh, and it's another Estus flask shard. Estus shard. Cool, but we just got one of those fully filled up, so that's our first in the next 3 that we need to get our hands on. So, okay, so then where are we? I actually don't think I want to head this way. What I want to do is, before I go and start like doing a exhaustive grid search of the entire area, or the entire world that we've explored so far, let's at least go back to the places that I can think of. The first one that comes to mind is... Unfortunately, I don't think the magic orb helps us get this chest, because we don't get to lock onto chests. But I do remember there was this path leading toward the beach that had an obelisk over here. Is that something we can now... I don't remember whether there was a grappling hook spot, though. There's not. So this is an instance... This is so funny that the game has... We've got the magic orb, but there's also... It feels like another ability yet to be discovered that is going to allow us to cross small gaps. And it just, if that is what it turns out to be, it just feels a little strange to... They feel like very, very similar abilities, and there's almost like too much overlap there. Yeah, okay, so there's a manual page that I kind of forgot that that was there. And this, yeah, there's this whole little sequence of little jumps. Hop, skip, and a jump to get to the manual page and get to an obelisk. An obelisk that the conduit, which leads down and to the right, is going to take us who knows where. Like that's potentially a whole nother area yet to be found. But I guess we do have an idea about the major areas from like the table of contents, right? We do sort of know just how big the game is, if we're to believe that the manual tells us about everything that's in the game. Have we now been to this page 41? What was on page 41? Oh, right. Yeah, of course we've been here. This is our spectral realm. I guess I was thinking about the cathedral. Have we actually been... No, we haven't been to the cathedral yet. Is this the place that is attached to the hero's grave? The spectral Anne Orlando? Maybe that's what the cathedral is. Or maybe it's connected to the old burying ground. Maybe if you go through the swamp, you eventually reach the cathedral, which is shown here. But then what would be over in this direction past this obelisk? In any case, we can't get there, so there's no reason. There's no point in trying to go there. So where else do we go? We've already tried praying here. Praying doesn't do anything. Yet. I say yet, thinking that, I don't know, maybe something might happen once we, like, return all 3 RGB pieces to the sealed temple. Who knows what is going to happen when in this wonderful game. I still can't open these doors, though. I'm trying to pray. You have to be stood completely still. I did already try to pray once in front of these. Okay, I'm getting a little bit distracted here because that's the nature of this game. There's just so many cool things to think about and secrets to consider. But what we want to start doing is finding places where we can use our new grappling hook. There was not one down here at the start of the game, apparently. Where would be the next one that I can... Oh, okay. I remembered one that I was thinking about already off camera. And I think it was back over here in the Eastern Forest. At the very... kind of like right beyond the hero's grave. There was that ledge. There was a ledge with a dude. A ledge with a dude. That really narrows it down. Did we try praying at this sign? Does this do anything? Sign. It feels like it's kind of a 4-way sign that I'd like to figure out what it says at some point. Feels like it could be important. I keep getting distracted a little bit because I keep thinking of things as we're going along. Stuff that I've been wondering about. It's another one of these gaps. I can't use the magic orb here. There's nothing to target to get me into whatever that is. Okay, so the place that I'm thinking of, let's keep running. I don't think it's that far though. Just gotta think of places that we can... Can I pick this ladder up? Okay. We were able to fix that ladder in the ruined atoll, but not this one. I guess it's beyond our reach. That one in the atoll was a fun surprise. Ladder repair out of nowhere. I want to get down here is what I want to, is where I want to get. Maybe I'll look through this telescope actually. Just to remind myself if there's anything else in the area that I want to. Okay, but the telescope looks up this way. Is there anything here that we maybe could latch onto that we couldn't before? Actually, I'll be interested. I did think about the fact that the envoys, well, we can when we latch onto enemies, we pull them towards us. And I thought about the envoy that's on the bridge blocking our way to the quarry. And that probably is the way that we're supposed to remove him from the bridge. use our little tentacle move to scoot him away. I guess scoot him towards us, but hopefully off of the bridge. And then the way is unblocked. Okay, so this is here, which means you're up there. And then what is behind you, actually? It's hard to tell. It feels like it's... like, maybe it's a chest, but it also looks really, like, colorful. I don't know for sure. Now, if I latch onto you, isn't that just going to pull you to the ground? Or will it actually pull me to you? No, it pulls you down here. Now I got spiders on my case. Hold on. We gotta deal with spiders for a second. And their shenanigans of not wanting to attack you until the last second. Or when you turn your back is really what it is. Come on, man. Really? Yeah. I guess I gotta do this. No choice. Spend my magic. Okay, so why is this here? What does that do for me? Does it, like, it gets me from across the bridge over here? I'm looking at something, which is presumably a treasure chest. Like, it has to be a treasure chest, but it just, the lighting makes it look so unlike a normal treasure chest. But I can't get up there. What am I... Do I need to pray? Do I need to somehow throw this grappling hook up to the ledge? How would I do that? Yeah, this I was thinking about this spot, but I was also thinking to myself, now that I know how the magic orb works, the fact that it pulls enemies towards you, I don't know how we get there. Is there another spot here through the trees? No. I can't get above that ledge, but that doesn't seem to be, that's not the key. Is there, like, is there any way where I could pull myself toward the enemy? If I did a different sequence of buttons? Let me try testing on some other enemies here. Like what if I, can I double tap the, if I double tap, I just hit it twice. That's all. If I do it and then attack, I'm always pulling the enemy towards me. Maybe I need something else besides the magic orb. That could be the case. And it kind of feels like I need something else, because this one is escaping me. You have... It's a very conspicuous ledge. There's no other ledge like this where you have this enemy that's up here that really is just... What other reason could it possibly be there but to allow you to somehow ascend. But it doesn't let you ascend. What else could I do here? What else could I possibly do? Huh. I'm not sure. I also realized I have upgrades to do. And I did not... Well, I think I did think about it a little bit. I think I'm probably going to upgrade my magic before I upgrade my HP. Okay, well, we're going to have to move on from this because I don't know what to do. That does nothing for me. That does nothing for me. It doesn't do me any good to bring you with me, does it? I don't see how this helps me. Why would I want to do this? It doesn't always work anyways. Okay, well. Gonna have to noodle that one over. Or maybe wait until we get an ability that actually does something for us. So now, what other spots could we... What other spots do we know about that? I don't think there's anything here in the hero's grave that merits our attention via the magic orb, at least. Obviously, we could... We could transport to the hero's grave / cathedral. No, it is the hero's grave. We could go here and see if we can somehow hookshot these items, but I don't think we can target them. So this is still feels like it falls within the domain of... Yeah, we need the ability to jump, is my guess. So, okay. So then, I think at this point I'm probably going to have to start just exploring. Because those were the main... those were like the low-hanging fruit places in my mind that made sense to check. And the rest of the spots where there could be places to grapple, I know there's like a few that have been spread out through the world. I just don't remember exactly where they are, and I just need to take the time to remind myself by exploring. And maybe grind some rupees in the process. So this will be one of these backtracking episodes where it's going to be a lot of me wandering around, and then we'll be jump cutting to the good stuff because, you know, I don't necessarily want to bore y'all to... Am I trapped? What the hell? Why are there little spots like this? I think I can get out. Yeah, I can get out with a slash. Fortunately, I know that trick. I don't want to bore you all to death with me combing over every square inch of this map that we've been through now a few different times as we've been exploring in the early stages. I don't know, maybe some of you would enjoy that. The music is chill, and it is a chill game to just kind of hang out with. But also, it's probably going to take me a little bit of time to find whatever is supposed to be found with our new ability. So let me do some looking around. Continue to farm rupees from enemies because we need rupees to buy not just afford the upgrades that we have, but we're going to need to refill some bombs. We're going to need to refill... There's still an Estus flask. There's still a potion back at the shop in the West Garden. So we have much need for rupees. Although probably at some point here we're going to be finding another effigy, which is going to be a real nice effigy when we find it. The old 1024 that I am looking forward to. Man, I'm so confused though about I want to figure out what's going on with that enemy on that ledge. Because how do we get that chest? How do we get it? I do not know. But I am going to keep searching around the overworld at the very least, and probably the West Garden. I just don't know if I need to go back into place. Ooh, okay, so that's one way that you can get over there. And I think I will go ahead and do that. That's cool. I don't know that I'm going to need to go back into a place like the Forest Temple or the Forest Fortress. We can do a quick... Let's refill our magic. And then let's do a quick run through here. Oh. We can't do anything with the wells yet, right? Because we don't target those. So the tentacle doesn't do anything with them. So we can like pull this guy down to us now. That's so cool. And then he dies because we have level 4 attack. What I wanted to do was maybe run back through here and go to this side, but I don't think... Does this also put out their candles? No, it doesn't put out the candle. Oh shit. It doesn't put out their candles, so we still have to be wary of fire. But this spot at the very end... No, I wanted to shoot the thing. Alright, well this will have to do. I was gonna blow up the pot and be nice and sneaky against you guys, but oh well. No! It's fire! Damn it. Okay, what I was trying to say was, I don't think there's a... We've got a warp back to the hero's grave, but there's nothing... It's once again, it's one of these... Hop! I need a hop! Not use my grappling hook, because there's nothing to grapple onto. So I don't think... This is the only unsolved mystery of the Forest Fortress in my mind, and I don't think I need to go back through the entirety of the Forest Fortress searching for grappling hook spots. I don't think I need to do that for the place we were just at, which was the Frog's Domain. I don't think I need to do it for... Oh crap, you really are going to follow me. I don't think I need to do it for like dungeons. But at the same time, let me just make sure about that. I don't have a warp platform here. I'd have to go inside. I guess I can do that. Let's just run. Let's just run inside, and we can go to the platform that is up by the boss room. This can get us back to civilization. And where I was thinking of going, I thought of the well all of a sudden. The question is, what's the quickest way back into the well? Because we still don't know how to get to that. Presumably, there's a question mark yellow platform in the well, but we just can't get down to it. And I thought for a second, maybe there's a grappling hook spot that gets me down to it. So I guess I go here. This is close enough to the well. Is there anything... I can't target these chimes, right? These chimes are very conspicuous. I feel like there's going to be something that we can do to interact with these at some point because of the fact that there's the instruction manual that has this music note here, right? It's bringing our attention. It's calling our attention to this, and you can also hear it. It's a sound effect that the game designers spent time to make sure you could hear as you're walking by. It's noticeable. It's a grappling hook spot, but it doesn't get me somewhere that I couldn't already go. I'm going back down to the well again because just in case there is a grappling hook spot down. That gets us to this. I thought I was going to get exploded there. I forgot I'm in the water. I can't roll away. I thought I was going to get exploded. I think where I want to go is over here. Yeah. Is there anything I can target? No. What about on the other side? Negatory. Yeah, and I just don't get the... My memory as it serves me, I don't remember there being any grappling hookable... No obvious hook spots inside of dungeons like this. Like, I don't feel the need to go back to the Dark Tomb. But if it would be worthwhile to backtrack those dungeon areas for hookshot spots, feel free to let me know. I will accept a little bit of nudging in that regard. Let's see here. So... where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Now that's an instance where you don't draw the enemy towards you because, well, it's kind of immobile. It's sort of immobile. But I can't get that page, that instructor booklet page, because I need to jump. I need to be able to jump. Is this the bell? Yeah, that's the bell. Oh yeah, I could just pull this guy up here, couldn't I? Do I want to do that? I don't think I want to screw with him right now. But there is a nice little grappling hook spot to target here for whatever reason. Let's just run along here and see. I think this is where there's like a basin that we don't know what to do with. We don't know. I think we tried praying here already. None of that is legible to me, but maybe if I took some time to try to decode Tunisian, I could figure it out. Some mysterious places that I just don't know what to do. I feel like there's at least one spot somewhere, though, here in this overworld area. There's got to be at least one spot. What was this? Oh, this leads down to the old house. Okay. We tried praying here, right? It's going to have the same effect. It's just these doors don't open via prayer. Something else opens them. I feel like this is like the least exciting episode so far. Because nothing's happening. Nothing's happening, man. But I suppose in a world... in this kind of a game, there's going to be moments where you're not exactly sure where you're going. Or what you're doing. Did I want to do that? I don't think I wanted to do that. Oh, but I can get right back, though. Yeah, see, some of these tuning forks are in spots where I'm just like, why do I need the ability to hookshot something there? Why are you even giving me that option? Oh, I thought you were dead. Oh, there's this manual page here. Man, I'm starting to get the sense that maybe we just wait to do all of this backtracking. Wait until we've actually got this jump ability. Because right now, it feels like most of what remains to be discovered is via that. There's so many secrets that are attached to having a jump ability and not our magic orb, actually. So it seems. I don't want to parry. Okay, well, I take it back. I found one. As I'm saying that, I did walk into at least one where there was a chest. Oh my god, 20 rupees, my day is made. Now we have an episode, folks. Episode has been saved. Oh, I was like, what is firing at me? It's down below. I remember this. Is there a way for, there is a tuning fork down on the beach. If I could get myself to actually get the camera to cooperate. Okay. No, but then you're on my case. Actually, do I need to care about you? I'm gonna ignore you. Just run. Well, almost. Wasn't there at least one? I think there might have been. Maybe there was a grappling. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit of payoff. Now we're starting to find some things. There are some things over on this side of the map. A lucky coin. Woo! Amazing. We found a lucky coin, guys. Wow. Wow, it's so cool. Should I... Honestly, maybe what I should do with this... I just realized... Maybe realized something. Maybe the coins are actually connected to you being dead. Didn't we try to hypothesize this before? I think that might be the case, actually. Because the lucky coins might be they might actually be the rancid eggs. Because it's connected to these. The arrow here connects it to our coasters. And then this page talks about the echo of self. And then there's a bit about the coasters right below that. So is this a way for us to retrieve our echo without actually going to the echo? Maybe that's all it is, and that's why the only time that I've tried to do this item is when I don't have an echo. So it does nothing. That could be all it is. It might just be as simple as that. I see another chest over here. But this one is not... I can't use my orb for this one. I gotta jump across. Knowing how things have been going, it probably wouldn't even be... It would probably just be another lucky coin. It's kind of disappointing if that is what those are, and nothing else. It's a little disappointing if that's all it is. Because that doesn't really do much for me. And so far, the orb has not been doing all that much for me. It's been doing far less than I would have thought. So maybe what I'll do is I might just do some of this backtracking on my own time. And I'll have the camera rolling while I re-explore. And that'll help me. I'll maybe do some more thorough exploration off camera. Keep the camera rolling just in case something exciting happens. But otherwise, because so far, what have we found? Some rupees and a golden coin. Woo! Awesome. Amazing. How do I get back? I want to go to the West Garden. That's what I want to do now. So I need to hop back up here. I guess I get you out of the way first. Okay, that's the first step, maybe. But then I want to go down to this ledge below. I guess I have to go all the way around back up to the bell. That's the way that comes to mind, at least. Just kind of scanning through this area, see if there's anything that I've missed. Is there anything possibly that I have missed? Grappling hook spots, that is. Alright, so now we've gone all the way around. Aggroed everything in sight. I don't see anything. Should we try praying here just in case? By the way, I still see 2 concentric hexagons here, even though we turned in the green key. So maybe this just looked like this the whole time. Nothing. Nothing happening. Not too surprising. But I think maybe I'll just do one little quick run through at least part of the Western Garden. West Garden. Just see, does anything... We could try praying here. Does anything pop out to me in terms of things? We deal with these guys so easily now. I love it. We so strong. There is a telescope over there that I don't think we've been to because we need to be able to jump. We need a jump ability. Out of stamina. There's a manual page down here. Oh, snap. Can I get that? I had not seen that before. How do I get that? I think it's by hopping. I can see it, right? The platforms. That leads from... We get there from the yellow platform that's down to the right, and then we hop across to get there. It must be. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch gears here. I'm gonna switch gears. We're not gonna do the full exploration yet that I was thinking of doing, because there just is, it's feeling like there are so many more for lack of a better term, jumping secrets, jumping accessible only things. And this hook shot is gonna be nice to get us a couple little things here and there, but I don't think we want to do an exhaustive backtracking with it yet. I was looking forward to it because I thought that I had remembered more things to do with it. But it's turning out not to be the case. So I think what I'll do here then, what we will do is we are right near the entrance to the quarry. So maybe what we can do is we can at least... We can activate the conduit that goes to How do I do this? I want to... If I'm going to go to the quarry, we can activate... Now that we know how to pray at obelisks, we can activate the warp pad that is at the quarry, right? Why don't we do that? Even if we don't start in earnest in exploring the quarry just yet, we can get things started. Open up a much easier path to get there. So I think that starts by us grappling. Oh, we can just grapple over there. We don't even have to screw with the envoy. That's what this is for. I get it. We don't even have to screw with this guy. Okay. It makes sense that the quarry is probably the next place that we want to be exploring. But I do, before we jump in here... Oh, and of course, you have to have the magic orb in order to start really doing the quarry, don't you? Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to activate the conduit. I get it now. I totally forgot that this obelisk was next to one of these. All right, sweet. There's at least, I think, one more obelisk on the way there that we need to activate. Love how the dramatic camera sweep. Interestingly, there is another one of these. Well, so there's an obelisk here, but I'm looking at that door at the bottom of the quarry in the background. It's got that same, like, crisscross weird squares thing going on. It's the same as this mountain door, right? And the inside of wherever we teleport to. This guy. Is it possible that this door... Are we on the other side of this door? I still need to do my upgrade. Oh, wait a second. That powered up the door. And now it's open. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. Listen to the shift in the music. Holy crap. As I was walking along, all of a sudden I realized, wait a second, that door in the background is doing something. So there's a reason why they do this dramatic camera lineup, lining up the camera with the obelisk and that huge passageway, which is now open. I guess we'll find out if that does lead to the other side of the... If that is the mountains in the... I don't think it is, because it feels like the mountains should actually be much higher up from where we are, but... In any case, this pad is open to us now. This pad? This bonfire! This I guess is a pad. While we're here, let's quickly do... Oh, wow, I have enough rupees to do both of these. Okay, let's do that. HP upgrade time and magic point upgrade time. All right, sweet. How did I get so many rupees? Was that just from the rupee farming that we've been doing as we've been killing enemies? I got like 300 rupees while I was doing that. Crazy. Awesome. And I'm glad that our main upgrades stay so cheap. Main upgrades. Some of these upgrades stay so cheap compared to the potion upgrade. Good lord. It will be fascinating to see if eventually that room with the Moonlight Greatsword in the Spectral Realm, is that actually going to be a boss arena? Because if so, we're not going to take in any of these upgrades, are we? Maybe we'll get to keep our flask upgrade. But even then, if our HP is like what it was at the start of the game, it's not going to be all that valuable. to have flask upgrades. Okay, we're not jumping into the quarry just yet. We're gonna head back here, and all these platforms are lit up now, which is cool. This one goes... Where does this one go again? This one goes back to the West Garden. This is where we need jumps. Not magic orb. So, yeah, so what I was thinking of doing, though, was going to the mountain door. Let's go back here and just... There may not be much to that area, because maybe we've got a closed door that's blocking our way from whatever is in... Whatever the mountain door leads to. But we haven't checked that area yet. It's the one place we kind of kept off of our list. Kept off of our list. We kind of put it on the back burner. Left it for later. I could have grappled up here. I got a magic orb now, and I gotta learn to use it. So this is one spot where it's nice to have you. Kind of separate you all. So I don't have my hands full the moment I go up the ladder. Even though you guys are pretty slow. You guys are pretty slow. Okay, we'll keep our eyes peeled for things that we could grapple. I hate that you can't get your shield back up very quickly after an attack. And I almost want... Yeah, I kind of like the fact that sometimes the thrust, as powerful as it is, it doesn't have the swipe in front of you that cleaves multiple enemies. Sticking with your first two little cleave side swings can be a little bit better. Okay, the frozen wasteland that we so far have not explored. But we also aren't freezing to death, which I love. The question is, what is there to find? So far, I'm not able to go very far at all to the sides. This is... I don't even know if there's a cliff here or not, because I can't see shit. Could be that we're just supposed to stay on the little archway road. The path lined with arches to guide us. But of course I want to check for secrets. Once again, loving the music. Okay. All right, here is more of this strange squareness. Didn't think that would have an effect. Why does this texture look different than everything else? I don't know if that's intended or not, but that one particular section of the wall looked like kind of shiny. What is with the strange square pattern, though? Like, we know in the case of the quarry just now, it was a massive doorway that could be opened. And here it is once again. This is the place that was depicted in front of the depicted in the instruction booklet. Our poor little fox hero pouting that he couldn't get through. But there's an instruction booklet page. We've been waiting for one of these. It's the best part of a Tunic episode. Gimme, gimme. Oh, page 20. We finally have page 20 and, of course, 21. Ooh, hints and clues. Okay. So, page 20. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I not think of this? I never think of these things. Why did I not think of this? We throw our coins in the well. Or the wells. Bro. Holy crap. I don't know exactly what this all means. But I suspect it means that we need to first throw one coin down a well. Then we're going to need to throw 2 coins down a well. Then 3, then 4, and so on. And then stuff will happen. That's what this is. And this is, oh my god. It's going to start filling up this row on our inventory screen. All right, we need to start going. We need to start. I think we finally have found a direction for our episode. This is the throwing our coins, finally getting to do something with our coins by throwing them down a well. That's what we're going to be doing. And maybe we're going to be getting a whole bunch of special effects from our coasters. I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but I think the first step is coins into well. Well, let's hold that thought, though, as we check hints and clues. Help! Hints and clues! Okay. What is going on here? So, there's handwritten notes that are helping us to write Tunisian. Like, there's a sequence that's being drawn here, right? You've got, like... It's putting together the character that's on the far left. Or I guess... I don't know. So you've got one little line on the very bottom that's circled. And then it adds another line, so now you have, like, a little caret symbol. And that's also circled. Then... you're kind of like progressing upwards here. Then you add a small circle beneath the caret and then another line up top. Why is it important that we see how this sequence is written step by step? Because our little fox hero is trying to remember this sequence. Is this actually going to become important for us to know how to write this? The temple. 3 keys. We're close. We got 2. We see the obelisk here. And a reference to page 24. Which we do have. We know about that now. We could have gotten this page probably a lot earlier. The ruined atoll. Is it saying that you must access it? God damn it. That you must access the ruined atoll via yellow fast travel platform. Don't know what this is. So there's some golden Tunisian here. And then something about page 49, which I don't think we have. We have 50 and 41. Checkpoint. Dead. Checkpoint. Dead. Is it saying that you have to power the checkpoints via the obelisk and the conduit? I think so. This also says refer to page 24. Then it says something about the old burying ground. So, don't really know what... I think the most probably useful information here is whatever this is, but I don't know what to make of that yet. So for now, let's start. Praying's not gonna do anything. We'll try it though. But we have found the information that we've needed. It makes so much sense. Well, but it doesn't make infinite sense to me. At least, okay. So, like, when I think of like tossing a coin into, I think of tossing a coin into a fountain. You're making a wish. You flip the coin into a fountain. That's not the same thing as a well. Those two are different containers, if you will, of water. You get water, you can get water from both of them, but the well is one where you're meant to get drinking water from. The fountain is usually there just for aesthetics. And it also just looks, it's like this shallow body of water. Body of water. It's shallow, and a well goes way down underground. So those, in my mind, if there were like fountains spread around the place, then maybe I'd have the idea, oh, let me toss the coin into the fountain and see what happens. Okay, well now we have to think of where all the wells are. Interestingly, there are orb grappling hook spots here. Why are those here? This is where we got the wand. But why are there... Is there a spot somewhere nearby where I could... Oh, that's why. Because I could go here and climb down. Okay. This is another way for me to get up to... The targeting system is a little janky sometimes. It's like... I think I have to maybe have some sort of line of sight. Because if I walk over here, now the fox can't quite see it. And so he can't target up there. I'm still figuring out maybe some of the nuances of this system. But, wells. There's at least one in the middle of town. I think that's the closest one. So let's go there. To town. To town we go. That actually worked. I didn't target it, but it happened to work. I'm just gonna de-aggro these guys, and then we go through here. And then we just ran by a well as we were kiting all these enemies. There was one right over here. God damn it. God damn it. Not that button. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get you out of here. Nothing happened. Made a wish. Nothing happened. This one has, it keeps count. It keeps count. I think we have now 8. We just used one of our 9, so now we have 8 left over. It looks like we need to have 10 total. And we need to split them up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between these wells. That's the read I'm getting on this. That seems like a logical thing to deduce from this numbering scheme that we've got here, and the fact that they keep count for you at a particular well. But I'm wondering, like, is there a way you could like screw yourself by like putting 6 in one well? Because you can't take it back out once it's in there, right? Now, okay, the achievement that I just unlocked said nothing happened. Make a wish. We don't immediately get something. We don't immediately get anything from that. So cool. I guess. When will we get something? I guess let's just keep tossing coins into wells and we'll see. The next well is where? There's at least one that was back on the way to the hero's grave. We know that one exists. So let's go back there. Let's go back over there. Takes a while to load this particular. There's a couple of these transitions that do have a longer than average load time. Oh yeah, but the well is right outside this door actually, I think. He's right here. Okay. All right. And then 2. Aha. What's that? What's that? You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. I never once... Why am I like this? I never once pressed A. I never once pressed A. We had access to this the whole stinking time. What the hell? Why am I like this? God damn it. These are like charms. Right? They have to be. God damn it. I'm so mad at myself right now. And I'm also imagining all the people in the comments, all you that have been watching, that have been like, just press A on the thing. Just press A on the thing. It's so easy. Like, you could have been using these the whole time. But my literal brain doesn't... Because I can't... Pressing A doesn't do anything else with any other item, because, of course, these are items that you equip to X, Y, and B. If you go down to one of your upgrades, I guess you can do this. A has an effect here. I just thought we were waiting to collect something. That's all I thought. We haven't collected the thing that we need yet to put in the square. I just didn't press A. And then as soon as it clicked, as soon as it got to the point with the well that also I might not need... I might need to put 2 more in that previous well, because we already had 1 slot. It's gonna take 3 to get to the next charm slot. 3 wishes, and then 4 after that. We already had the 1. We didn't have to start with 1 in 1 well. Okay. It's starting to come together, guys. It's starting to come together now. If I'd have thought about what this screen was telling me, maybe I could have just figured that out before even doing the whole wish thing. Okay. Eventually these things are learned. I'm remembering back to Elden Ring and Ashes of War. Let's not relive that entire saga, but sometimes these things take time, y'all. Sometimes they just take a little time. Now that we're here, I think we have additional information. We picked up a manual page that does potentially tell us more about all of our coasters. Yeah, here we go. Orange Peril Ring, Cyan Peril Ring. Okay, Now, I think I know what these are. I think my Dark Souls brain tells me that these are both, I don't remember what they were called, Tearstone? I think red Tearstone ring, but I might not have the name right. But regardless, when you are close to death, when your HP gets low, the orange Peril Ring will boost your attack power. Maybe. I think so. The Cyan Peril Ring, when your health is low, will boost your defense. That makes sense. Anklet, don't tell me that this is our flight thing. Do not tell me that this is what makes us fly. It's got to just increase our speed, right? We don't fly with this. It hasn't been here this whole time, has it? Has it? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. I'm waiting for this thing to like have a special effect when I get to the edge of a ledge. I think it's just making me run faster. It's definitely making me run faster. It's definitely increasing my run speed. Walk speed and run speed. Okay, that's all it does, right? It's just, it's not gonna make me jump. Maybe it will make me jump. Should I try it? Should we try and see if it lets me cross small gaps in a single bound? There's no way that one of these charms would have that effect, right? There's just no way. I can't go back up here. There's just no way. I guess the only way to get back is to go in this direction. There's a well by the Eastern Forest. There is a well by the Eastern Forest. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. We can make another wish so we can get another charm slot. I get it now, guys. Oh my god. I'm feeling like such a dingus right now for not figuring these things out sooner, but I'm always just too hard on myself. The point is, you eventually learn. Eventually you get there. I need to find a place. I need to find a place to try and jump across. But this has got to be just a speed boost, right? That's all this is. Surely that's all this is. Would it let me jump across here if I could actually jump? I mean, I guess we'll find out here if I run to the end. Here's a well. Here's a well. I might as well just do this. 3 of them, right? There it is. Yep. I think we figured it out, which means we have just enough coins left to put... Oh! The counter is total. Does that mean I want to throw... Maybe I don't have to throw them in different wells. No, I kind of still want to throw them in different wells to be safe, but it is, the fact that this says 6 now does make me a little unsure. This is not the way to, this is not where I want to go to test this, but at the same time it kind of is. Not this way though. I might be walking myself into death here. Shit. I'm totally gonna die. I'm totally gonna die. Don't get close to the burning guys. Or else you'll burn yourself. I feel like in all of that nonsense there... Well, I never actually tried to jump anywhere. It's not gonna... There's gonna be an ability that does this, right? There's gonna be an ability that does this. It's not one of these. Or at least it's not this one. It's not that. That's not the thing. Okay. Let's keep looking at the instruction booklet. I wanted to test though, because it made me... It's like, there's wings on here. Maybe it lets you leap as well into the air. Oh, louder echo. Louder echo now I think makes sense because it doesn't... It makes your echo hit for more, or maybe increases the blast radius, because we know that it can damage the enemies. Perfume, what would that do? Why would you want to give yourself a scent? Tincture. Oh, raises your attack, lowers your defense. I get it. Oh, I kind of actually want to try that. Bracer makes it so that I get these now. When you put this on, they're charms. They're just charms. The bracer allows you to block more with your shield, or it doesn't deplete your stamina as much to block. Lucky Cup, not totally sure, but that sort of suggests like a magnetite dice effect, where maybe every so often it just saves you a hit, or maybe it restores a little bit of HP as you're attacking. The muffling bell probably makes it so that you don't make any noise. Now, it's when you're attacking an enemy, isn't it? Let's experiment and see. Because normally when we attack an enemy, the other enemies nearby all hear it, and they get aggroed. So now if well, this is not going to be a good test because those guys see me. I also don't think I'm... Like, obviously we can still hear me hitting the enemy. I don't think that's what's being muffled. I'm gonna go ahead and rest. What is it muffling? Like, my footsteps don't normally attract their attention. Can I... Oh, I can de-equip. That there's an empty slot if I don't want to have any charm equipped at all. Okay, I can vaguely hear my footsteps. And now I don't. Okay, so it muffles my footsteps. But does that matter? Because normally that doesn't really attract the attention of enemies. Maybe it makes some difference. And it'll matter in some circumstances. I don't know. What does this do? It makes your sword flaming? Magic Echo. Some of these I don't think we have. Like Dagger Strap and Scavenger's Mask I don't think we have. The Scavenger's Mask. Am I going to be able to disguise myself as one of them? Okay. We do not have the one that I was thinking of trying, which was the Flaming Sword. We don't have that one. Okay, and now I'm also re-interested in what is being said down here. This shh and 60 seconds. What is this a reference to? What is depicted here? there's water, and then there's something that's partially submerged in the water, and it's saying, shh, quiet? Is that little handwritten star supposed to be in the water? Okay, but regardless, we don't have this, like, cracked flaming sword charm or coaster. We should probably still call them coasters. They feel like coasters to me. Does this one just give me HP as I'm attacking? We should probably experiment with all of these, right? But some of these I know exactly what they do. Tincture raises our attack, lowers our defense. The question is by how much? This louder and magic echo, I'm very curious to see what these might do. The louder one actually feels pretty clear what it does, but the magic echo, does it like restore some of my magic? Not sure what that would do. Also, there's a ×4 here. I guess it's saying that it makes, maybe that's what it does, is it increases the power of my explosion by 4. Multiplied by 4. Cool. We finally have access to a system that we should have had access to a long time ago. If I'd have just... Even if we only had the one charm slot for... We would have probably only had the one charm slot. Coaster slot. But at least we would have had a coaster slot. So let's go to the other well. Or back to the original well and throw in the rest of our coins. Because now, okay, this is why the coins cost 1,000 at our shop. Man, we need some rupees. Holy crap. I really like this. I'm loving this speedy. Man, this might be the best one. The speed increase. That is so handy. My God, the utility that this is going to have. And the fact that we have been so hamstrung with our speed so far. In boss fights and any combat, really. The extra mobility from this coaster alone is just gonna be amazing. Oh. Huh? Did I screw up? Or did I miscount? I guess we're up to 9. No, I would have thought that would have counted. Oh, no. No. You need 10. I get it now. For some reason, I was drawing... It only says 2, 3, 4, 5. And I was leaping to this assumption of... There was... Okay, I get it now. The 2 is not telling me how many coins I need. It's saying this is how you get your second coaster slot. You need to wish 3 times. You need to spend 3 coins at any combination of wells. You don't have to split up coins between wells per se. You just need to go to a well anywhere, because that's why it keeps a total count for you. And so now the very next coin that we find, we throw it in a well, and we get our 4th slot. Yeah. My brain feels like it's in molasses today, but we're slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. I kind of want this one. And I kind of want... Well, this one probably makes our Estus flasks give us more juice, doesn't it? Let's do something here. Let's go ahead and... Well, we got to test out. We got to go get hit by an enemy. That's what we got to do. We got to go test and see Let's get hit by these guys. Fortunately, our defense is enough now where... Okay, so now, let me back away. Yo, it actually changed the color of our... Wait a minute. It's gonna refill my magic, isn't it? It's gonna refill my magic. That's what it's gonna do. Oh my god. So if I... Now if I drink, it refills my magic. Whoa. Okay. So it doesn't make your flask stronger, but it lets you turn them into magic flasks if you want. And sometimes you may very well need that extra magic. Most of the time you want them as health though. So that's probably not one we're going to be equipping very often. I might go with this then. This might be my standard lineup. Because I'm not sure I love these effects that require you to stay on a sliver of HP. However, we can figure out... Maybe let's equip one for now and just see how low we have to get. Does it actually activate at some point? Did I actually just kill that guy in one hit? That's got to be an upgrade, right? I'm trying to get hit by these guys because I want to just get... I want to see if there's like a visual tell. Like, how do I know that the effect is active? Maybe let's do this. Let's drink. Okay. And now let me test and see. Does it... Do I kill this guy in one hit? No, I don't. So... Okay. Now is it active? No. Need to be lower. Let's go ahead and refresh these guys. We're doing a little bit of testing here. This has been such a weird episode. Such a weird one. Gotta figure these things out. At least maybe I can say that I am figuring some things out. Now is it active? Not quite. It looks like maybe it needs to be below. Maybe we need to be 25% HP or lower. It's got to be active now, right? I mean, that's if we're talking about killing things in one hit instead of two, could be very powerful. But that does mean me walking around on a sliver of health. However, at the same time, the fact that there is this, what feels like a kind of protective, the mechanic of setting you to 1 HP instead of 0, which kind of feels like it's a thing. Damn it. Ooh, actually, here's another thing I want to test. I want to put on, like, if most enemy hits don't kill you, but instead set you to 1 HP, and then the next hit you take is when you die, that could be very good. That could be very, very strong. Because then you're not in as much peril as you might have initially thought. What I wanted to test was this lucky heart, I guess, whatever it was called, and see, does it actually restore HP as we're hitting enemies? Does it just randomly restore HP? Man, this speed increase is so sick. Oh, another thing that I'd like to test, actually. Another thing I'd like to test is seeing... It doesn't seem, unless it's a very low chance to happen, it doesn't seem like we're getting health restored just by hitting stuff. So what I want to test here is actually, I want to see if my defense is related to how much stamina gets spent when we block. So that was about a third of my stamina right there from an envoy. Now, if I change this over to the Cyan Peril Ring, do I spend less stamina blocking you? Not really. So is it really just is defense really only related to how much HP you lose? It's really tough to deal with this guy unless you use some sort of explosive or you parry him. Because otherwise, how do you get past his shield? Maybe you can roll. Interesting upgrades, though. Or interesting system that we have unlocked. We're going to have to play around with it to see its full potential. To get its full potential, but we now know what the wells do. And we know what lucky coins do. They go right along with each other. All this time. The knowledge was there. The knowledge was waiting for us. It just had to be unlocked. Guys, thank you for joining me today. This is where we are going to wrap up this unusual, sort of more like open-ended exploration and testing episode of Tunic. I have enjoyed it, even if it has made me look a little bit silly at times, but I feel like that is most episodes that I'm recording. I'm always thinking of something that I could have done better or should have said differently, or ways to improve or something like that. It's a never-ending battle for improvement when it comes to dealing with this game and any game in general. But I'm excited to experiment more with our new coaster system and also, you know, get some more coasters. Man, I wish we had been using these the whole time. I want to know what's going on with this lucky cup. It says 15% chance. I think we might just leave this equipped, to be honest. I think before I forget, I'm just gonna throw this on. We're just gonna have that. And then this one here, I might change to the bracer. These are ones that feel like they should be always on. I don't want to rely on a tearstone ring, put myself down to almost dead. We'll see. If we're in a boss fight, maybe we just throw it on because, like, at the end of the librarian fight, we were basically almost dead. And maybe it's going to be worth its weight to actually do some bonus damage at the very end of a fight. We'll think about it. Things to think about. And yeah, I think the next stage is going to be pushing into the quarry. That has to be where we're going next, right? That has to be. Because I don't, in lieu of exploring extensively across the map for like a random grappling hook spot or something that we've missed, I think we press into the quarry and we see where that takes us. Because hopefully we find something that lets us cross small gaps, man. There are so many things to access that we can't do that. We cannot access yet. And I want to. So I'm hoping that's here. The swamp, the old burying ground. This is going to be a handful, I have a feeling. We are powered up at this point. We've got a lot of offerings that we've made. So this will be a little bit of a more manageable task than it was the first time that we approached the quarry. But we'll see how that goes. I'm still wrapping my head around all the combinations or potential other charms that we could get our hands on. Things that I might want to try. I might actually want to keep that on in a lot of cases, just up our attack. We'll see how we go. We'll see exactly what combination of coasters serves us best as we press forward in this wonderful, amazing world of Tunic. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.